Dear Boxing Day, today was horrible.
By the time Mom had unlocked the door, Grandpa had chewed through a whole toy plane, and a doll, and a derby car, and a bicycle. And that's why Grandpa wears these dentures.
Well, that was an interesting story, Cherry Jam. Thank you for sharing. You may need to return those to Grandpa when you get home.
Yes, Miss Shirley.
Who's next for show and tell?
Please don't be me. Please don't be me. Please don't be me.
Bittersweet? Bittersweet? Bittersweet, I saw you here this morning.
Miss Cheerilee! Bittersweet is hiding under his desk.
Bittersweet, it's time to come out now.
For show and tell?
Yes.
In front of the whole class?
Yes, Bittersweet, in front of the whole class.
Can I just tell you?
No, you may not. Show and tell is for the whole class.
I brought a book. I was going to bring my favorite, but I have too many favorite books. Not all of them could fit in my school saddlebags. It didn't matter though. I knew I can do it.
Hurry up.
Please don't be rude, Tattletale, or you will sit in timeout. When you're ready, Bittersweet.
He sounds like a chipmunk.
Or a hamster. He's squeaking.
Bittersweet squeaks.
Squeaks!
Squeaks! Squeaks! Squeaks! Cheerilee made them stop, but it was too late. Everyone started calling me Squeak for the whole day. I wanted to hide under my desk again, so I slowly slipped underneath. That way, Tattletale wouldn't notice until Cheerilee. If that was the only thing that happened, maybe it would have only been a bad day. But today was horrible.
All right, class. Today's social studies homework is a group project. Don't worry, it'll be fun. You will work together and make a presentation on one of these assigned topics. Now listen and find your partner after class. The project is due in 1 week's time. Goodnight.
Yes, Miss Cheerilee?
You're with Bittersweet.
Have I told you about Goodnight, Box? If you don't know, she is a new unicorn who started to come to class a few months ago. I think she reads a lot of books because she is very smart and seems to know almost more things than Miss Cheerilee. Her friend Whimsy is also very funny. I don't have many friends in class, or any. But if I did have a friend, I'd want it to be Goodnight. And that is why I am terrified of talking to her.
Class dismissed.
Whimsy? Have you seen Bittersweet? Oh, I think he just left.
Why'd I have to get Goodnight? Why did it have to be today, when I look like an idiot for show and tell? Squeaks, indeed. Squeaky little dumbo! I'm a dumbo with the face of a hamster! I know I'm gonna mess it up. And that Goodnight will hate me. And then she'll call me Squeaks. And I'll never have a friend again in that whole class. But how's that closer? I like the picture of your hat. I started to look for one and found an old Federer that says press on the side. I like it because when I need to hide, I can pull it over my head. I think I'll keep it if Cheerilee lets me. Write to me soon, pen pal. Bittersweet. Squeaks. Dear Boxing Day, I thought you'd like to know what happened next. I tried to stay home from school. Mom, I don't feel so good. I think I'm sick.
Oh dear. What's wrong?
My hooves are sweaty, and my stomach hurts, and I shiver and feel cold, and I cry a lot.
Did you throw up?
No.
Then I'll have to school with ya.
Sometimes I don't think Mom understands how scared I can be. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't go home or Mom would send me back. And I couldn't go to school or Goodnight would talk to me. So I made a plan. Hide in the tower of the playground. There. Now I just stay here. All day. It wasn't a very good plan. Recess! I tried to think of what to do next. My mind raced with what would happen if Goodnight found me. My chest felt tight, and I started to feel cold again. I just froze until...
Last one up is the griffin's egg. Ha! I win. Squeak?
Oh, my head.
Hey, look, Goodnight! It's Squeaks!
Is it possible for a sonic rainbow to happen on the ground? I didn't know what to do next, so I just ran to the bathroom. When the door was closed behind me, I could start to breathe again. I felt horrible, and it was getting worse. But then I realized, this is the little ghost room. She can't find me here. I started to feel better. Almost happy, bored, but safe. Huh?
What? Why?
Theo's trying to flush a frog.
Oh dear.
Miss Cheerilee,
Yes, Goodnight.
I need to use the restroom. What should I do?
All right. Today only, you may use the little colt's room.
What? Window! It was taller than I thought. Ow! I just didn't move for a long time and pulled the hat over my head. The bushes were as good a place as any to hide all day. Eventually, I could move again. I had made it. The school day was over, and I didn't have to talk to Goodnight. All I had were bruises up and down my back, a chipped toe, and a day of missed classes. But that somehow felt better than the idea of facing Goodnight. The school carriage would come by any moment, so I moved to the road to wait. That's when I started to think. And when I started to think, I started to panic. I survived one day, but I had 6 more to go before the project was due. 6 more days like this, of running and hiding and jumping out windows and being afraid and chipping my hooves. My shoulders started to feel like Big Mac was tap dancing on top of them, and my chest felt cold. I started to hurt all over, and it wasn't about the bruises at all. I didn't see her coming with the hat pulled over my head.
Bittersweet? There you are. Bittersweet, are you alright? You're looking a little pale.
That's when every fear I had came true. Only even worse. I wanted to apologize for hiding all day. I wanted to explain to her how much friendship would mean to a lonely pony like me. And because I didn't know what else to do, I started to talk about the project as well. The problem was I had 3 ideas and 1 mouth. Project Story Whimsy today, 6 scary window break from full Mom Squeaks Cheerilee partner.
Come again? Bittersweet, watch out! There's a tree!
The tree knocked me into the mud puddle. My saddlebag opened and all my favorite books spilled out. When I got to my hooves again, I could see all of them ruined. I started to cry right in front of Goodnight.
Are you alright?
I wasn't sure who took me to the nurse. My eyes were all too watery to see. The nurse cleaned up my face and flashed a light in my eyes. A moment later, she sat me down and sent someone to bring my mom. By the time Goodnight sat next to me, I couldn't cry anymore. I just wanted to dig a hole into the ground and bury it over top of me. Or maybe move into a cave and eat moss for the rest of my life. I wasn't even listening to her at
When
first.
a wrap-up, it's on the social studies list, and I find it very interesting that the Earth Ponies have maintained a tradition so long, even in the face of advancing magical techniques. Since it's so old, we could...
Wait,
Yes, Bittersweet?
you aren't angry at me?
Why would I be angry?
I don't know. I feel like I deserve it.
I'm not sure why you'd feel that way. Whimsy told me you were shy, and it doesn't seem like I should be angry that some pony is shy.
Oh, so... winter wrap-up?
If you'd like a different topic, I'd be willing to try.
No, winter wrap-up sounds fine. Goodnight is very smart, but I think I've read more Ponyville history. Together, I think this project would get an A+, or maybe an A++. A plus for each of us. Whimsy B sometimes comes by too, and we play games after we finish our homework. We only have a few more days left in the project, but now we had every day. All this time I was afraid of all the worst possible things that could happen. I suppose that once they happened, I found out that the worst possible thing wasn't all that bad. I look forward to your next letterbox. Maybe, one day, I'll find the chance to visit Appaloosa. If I do, please excuse my voice. I'm a bit shy. Your friend, Bittersweet Squeaks.
There aren't enough words to convey how we all feel about you, Squeak, as captain of Ponyinabox Productions, and as a friend. Nor is there enough time to say everything we would like to, but, well, we'll try.
Squeak, you're the heart and the soul of Ponyinabox. Whenever any of us, including myself, are feeling disgruntled, we know we can come to you to listen to our concerns without judgment. Without your patient guidance, we'd be like a ship lost at sea.
You're amazing. Absolutely impossibly brilliant. I hope you don't forget that. You've done more than create a fantastic series with a vast universe.
What you've created with a box is more than just a group of audio drama fans who enjoy making projects. You've made a family.
I always get really excited when I get to record for the box, and it just brings a light back to my life. Thanks.
This is going to come out sounding all corny and stuff, but here goes. Squeak, you and your ponies in a box were, well, what made me decide to try my hoof at VA work.
You were the reason I jumped on the Doctor Who's and Doctor Who fandom in the first place.
We are a stellar fan production team who rival, some have said, even the BBC's radio plays in their quality. And it's tragic to watch you struggle at times with your self-worth. Here, we remind you, what you do is amazing, and you stand amongst the best that there are.
My favorite soccer team adopted these 4 words as their club motto a long time ago, and I think they're really important now. You'll never walk alone.
The fact that well over 50 people stand by your side through thick and thin is a testament to the undying loyalty we all have for you.
I may be fairly new to the box, but I have seen that you are strong, and whatever trouble you are in, everyone is willing to help you in a heartbeat. You are awesome. We are all here for you if you ever need us. And don't ever forget that.
I'll close this by reading one final passage from our artist, Crystal. Dear Squeak, if there's anything that I really wanted to say to you, it's thank you. My parents have always had this concept that internet friends will never become your best friends. I believe the Ponyinabox proves them wrong. In Bittersweet Squeaks, Bittersweet was played by Starryflame, Tattletale by RedRadRussian, Goodnight was played by Wollffeey, Cheerilee by Dora, and Whimsy B by Bold Dumbarad. Bittersweet's mum was voiced by the Fangirl, and additional voices were supplied by all of the above and more. Doctor Who is copyright of the BBC, and My Little Pony is copyright of Hasbro, used under the Fair Use Doctrine. Original characters belong to Ponyinabox Productions. Chin up, Squeak, and thank you.